True Discipleship. On February 15, 1947, Glenn Chambers boarded a plane bound for Ecuador to begin his ministry in missionary broadcasting. But he never arrived. In a horrible moment, the plane carrying Chambers crashed into a mountain peak and spiraled downward. Later it was learned that before leaving the Miami airport, Chambers wanted to write his mother a letter. All he could find for stationery was a page of advertising on which was written the single word "Y". Around that word he hastily scribbled a final note. After Chambers' mother learned of her son's death, his letter arrived. She opened the envelope, took out the paper, and unfolded it. Staring her in the face was the question why. No doubt this was the question Jesus' disciples asked when he was arrested, tried, and crucified. 1 Peter chapter 2 verses 22 and 23, He committed no sin, and no deceit was found in his mouth. When he was insulted, he returned no insult. When he suffered, he did not threaten. Instead, he handed himself over to the one who judges justly. And it was probably the question Joseph of Arimathea asked himself as he approached Pilate and requested the Lord's body. It must have nagged at him a body in a linen cloth, carried it to his own freshly hewn tomb, and rolled the massive stone into its groove over the tomb's mouth. In the face of his grief, Joseph carried on. He did what he knew he had to do. None of Jesus' relatives were in a position to claim his body for burial, for they were all Galileans and none of them possessed a tomb in Jerusalem. The disciples weren't around to help either. But there was another reason for Joseph's act of love. In Isaiah 53:9, God directed the prophet to record an important detail about the death of his Messiah. He was given a grave among the wicked, a burial place with evildoers, though he had done no wrong, nor was deceit found in his mouth. Joseph of Arimathea had fulfilled Isaiah's Old Testament prophecy. He had also given meaning to Jesus' words quoted in Luke 9:58 and Matthew 8:20. Jesus answered him, Foxes have dens and birds of the sky have nests, but the Son of Man has nowhere to rest his head. The one who had no place to lay his head would be buried in a rich man's tomb. Joseph probably didn't realize that his act of kindness had fulfilled two prophecies. The full answer to the why of Jesus' death was only days away for Joseph and the others. All he knew was that he was now a disciple of Jesus, and that was enough to motivate his gift of love. Chambers' mother and the Blessed Virgin Mary both grieved for the loss of their sons, but both could find peace in the knowledge that their sons were doing the will of their Father. Luke chapter 22 verses 41 and 42, After withdrawing about a stone's throw and kneeling, he prayed, saying, Father, if you are willing, take this cup away from me, still, not my will but yours be done.